Saint of the Day, October 16th. 1. Saint Gerard Majella. On October 16th, we celebrate the feast of Saint Gerard Majella. Saint Gerard was born the son of a tailor on April 6, 1726. He grew up about 50 miles south of Naples in Muro Lucano, Italy in a large, poor family. When Saint Gerard was only 12, his father Dominic Majella entered eternal rest. Upon the death of his father, his mother, beholden to poverty, sent Saint Gerard away to live with his uncle. Saint Gerard thereafter became an apprentice to a tailor. This tailor treated him well. However, the foreman treated him poorly. After serving as a sewing apprentice for a couple years, he instead became a servant in the household of the Bishop of Lacedonia, who was a cantankerous master. Upon the death of the bishop in 1745, he returned home. At the age of 21, he became a journeyman. He split his earnings for his mother and the poor, and made offerings for the holy souls in purgatory. Afterwards, he opened his own tailor shop. At a young age, Saint Gerard tried to join the local Capuchins, but he was turned down twice due to his youth and poor health. He also tried to become a hermit, but that too was not God's will for him. He then entered the Congregation of the Most Holy Redeemer in 1749 and professed of perpetual vows under the Redemptorists' founder, Saint Alphonsus Liguori, in 1751. He served as tailor and infirmarian and became known for his extraordinary supernatural gifts of bilocation, prophecy, ecstasies, visions, and infused knowledge. Though not ordained to the Holy Order of Priest, his spiritual direction and advice were sought by many among the clergy and communities of nuns, to which he also gave conferences. He was most successful in converting sinners, and was widely known for his sanctity and charity. In 1754, he was calumniated and accused of lechery by a woman named Neria Caggiano. Caggiano later admitted her charge was a lie. Even before she admitted to her falsehood, Saint Gerard did not deny her charges. As these charges were still up in the air, his superiors became suspicious, so they put him under surveillance and excluded him from communion for months until the girl admitted that she had lied. When asked by Saint Alphonsus why he had kept silent in such circumstances, Saint Gerard replied that he thought such patience was required in the face of unjust accusations. As Saint Gerard bore this calumny with such humility and patience, Saint Alphonsus said, "Brother Gerard is a saint." Saint Gerard was sent to Naples soon after, but when the house was inundated by visitors wanting to see him, he was sent to Caposal a few months later. He served as the porter there and ministered to the poor of the town. Saint Gerard spent the last few months of his life raising funds for new buildings at Caposal. Just prior to his death, Saint Gerard visited his friends, the Pirofalo family. One of the daughters ran and called after him as he left the home, as he dropped his handkerchief. Speaking through the gift of prophecy, he replied, "Keep it. It will be useful to you someday." Years down the road, when this young woman was in danger of childbirth, she recalled these words of Saint Gerard, and requested the handkerchief. The handkerchief was applied to her, thus a miracle. Her pain immediately ceased and she gave birth to a healthy child. Saint Gerard died of tuberculosis on October 16, 1755 at the age of 29 in Caposal. He was beatified by Pope Leo XIII on January 29, 1893, and was canonized on December 11, 1904 by Pope Saint Pius X. He is the patron saint of mothers, motherhood, expectant mothers, childbirth, children, pregnant women, unborn children, the pro-life movement, the falsely accused, good confessions, and lay brothers. 2. Saint Margaret Mary Alacoque. On October 16th, Roman Catholics celebrate the life of Saint Margaret Mary Alacoque, the French nun whose visions of Christ helped to spread devotion to the Sacred Heart throughout the Western Church. Margaret Mary Alacoque was born in July of 1647. Her parents Claude and Philibert lived modest but virtuous lives, while Margaret proved to be a serious child with a great focus on God. Claude died when Margaret was 8, and from age 9 to 13 she suffered a paralyzing illness. In addition to her father's death as well as her illness, a struggle over her family's property made life difficult for Margaret and her mother for several years. During her illness, Margaret made a vow to enter religious life. During adolescence, however, she changed her mind. For a period of time she lived a relatively ordinary life, enjoying the ordinary social functions of her day and considering the possibility of marriage. However, her life changed in response to a vision she saw one night while returning from a dance, in which she saw Christ being scourged. Margaret believed she had betrayed Jesus by pursuing the pleasures of the world rather than her religious vocation, and at the age of 22, she decided to enter a convent. 2 days after Christmas of 1673, Margaret experienced Christ's presence in an extraordinary way while in prayer. She heard Christ explain that he desired to show his love for the human race in a special way, by encouraging devotion to the heart that so loved mankind. She experienced a subsequent series of private revelations regarding the gratitude due to Jesus on the part of humanity, and the means of responding through public and private devotion, but the superior of the convent dismissed this as a delusion. This dismissal was a crushing disappointment, affecting the nun's health so seriously that she nearly died. In 1674, however, the Jesuit priest Father Claude de la Colombière became Margaret's spiritual director. He believed her testimony, and chronicled it in writing. Father de la Colombière, later canonized as a saint, left the monastery to serve as a missionary in England. By the time he returned and died in 1681, Margaret had made peace with the apparent rejection of her experiences. Through Saint Claude's direction, she had reached a point of inner peace, no longer concerned with the hostility of others in her community. In time, however, many who doubted her would become convinced as they pondered what Saint Claude had written about the Sacred Heart. Eventually, her own writings and the accounts of her would face a rigorous examination by church officials. By the time that occurred, however, Saint Margaret Mary Alacoque had already gained what she desired, to lose myself in the heart of Jesus. She faced her last illness with courage, frequently praying the words of Psalm 73, "What have I in heaven, and what do I desire on earth, but thee alone, O my God?" She died on October 17, 1690, and was canonized by Pope Benedict XV in 1920. Saint Gerard Majella and Saint Margaret Mary Alacoque, pray for us. Carla Channel.